Hi everyone, excuse me. Welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So today is Wednesday and I was assessing what I was going to make for dinner tonight. I had on the meal plan that I was going to make this noodle pasta dish that I made before. I actually have a video of it. I'll try to link it down at the description box below. I'm not that great at that, so I'm going to try, guys, okay? If not, go look for it. It's noodles and noodle pasta dish is called or something like that. I was going to make that anyway. Excuse me. But we had a busy day. We were out most of the day on the second part of the day, so we were out. So I just came home and I sat on the couch and I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I just don't really feel like doing anything big tonight. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm crazy because I have a lot of leftovers in the house. I have a half of a pan of shepherd's pie, which if we don't eat it tonight, I'm gonna put it in little containers or little baggies and put it in the freezer because I don't want it to go to waste. It's really like a nice amount left in there. We could have it for lunch. Somebody suggested that to me. One of the ladies on YouTube. I'm so sorry, and I don't remember who it was, but yeah, very, very good tip. You know, I didn't even think of it. I don't know why. But anyway, so we have the shepherd's pie left over. I have marinara left over from the chicken parm I made the other night. And I have vodka sauce. Well, what happened was my daughter was having a party at school, because they were ending a certain session, so they were having a party. So she asked me if I would make a tray of Peniel vodka for her. So I did. So I have about, I don't know, a nice mouthful, like a quarter of a pot of vodka sauce left. So we have the vodka sauce, we have the marinara, we have the shepherd's pie. Jenny's actually having leftover taco meat that I have in there that I don't want it to go bad. I think I might have a taco and a little bit of pasta because I don't want to have a lot of pasta. Here we go again, guys, with the carbs. I can't have a full bowl of pasta. So I'll probably have just a little bit of pasta and I'll have maybe a taco. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, as I'm sitting here and everything's just heating up, I'm heating up the gravy, the marinara, and I'm boiling some water for pasta. I have these peppers that were in my downstairs refrigerator, guys. One I had to cut off because it was like kind of getting mildew. These are on there, almost on the way out there, like getting a little soft. And this one, I don't even know how great this one's going to be. But I'm not using them right away. So what I want to do is I'm going to slice them up, put them in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put them in the freezer because this way, at least if I need peppers, like it, they're frozen, so I'll put them in a meal that I want to make or whatever. So I'm going to do that. And I also have this squash that I haven't used yet. I'm thinking of maybe chopping it up. Do you peel squash? I think so, right? I don't know. I rarely make this kind of butternut squash. So I want to cut that up. And I also have these 2 zucchinis here that I've been staring at for 2 weeks, probably a week and a half in my basket here that probably like in a day will not be good. So I think I'm going to slice these up and stick them in a baggie too and stick them all in the freezer because I will eat them. It doesn't have to be now, but if I have them in the freezer, I will eat them. So let's get started, guys. This is not very exciting news here. We're not doing anything really that exciting, but it is what it is. So an update on my husband, guys. He went to the orthopedic surgeon today and he needs surgery in both shoulders, guys. He tore both rotary cuffs in his shoulders completely. He needs surgery on both shoulders. So they're going to do one at a time. Not sure when the first one will be. Probably, I'm hoping either before Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving. His arm has to be in a sling for a month without moving it. Like literally he can't move it. And then about another month after that, if the doctor thinks it's time, it's okay, he'll do the other arm. So you're talking, guys, about 6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months of recovery, maybe longer, with physical therapy and all. So, yeah. So he really did some number on himself. He really did, He really, really did. He slipped and he fell and The truck was slippery, and he went down. But thank God, guys, thank God that it wasn't anything worse. I mean, he did have a concussion. Thank God his dizziness has gotten better, so we're hoping that that's completely, almost healed and everything. But I tell you, he was lucky. He was really lucky. He could have broke his back. God forbid, really, really lucky. But, still bad what he has, he's in a lot of pain. It's not good, guys. It really isn't good. And he's, again, like I said, he's so frustrated because he just wants to be out there working, and, he feels very bad. He thinks it's his fault, yada, yada. It's not his fault because the truck was slippery and he fell. Regardless, he fell and it was an accident, So, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough year ahead. We're going to have a rough year, in every way. Physically for him, emotionally, financially. Because, of course, when you get workers' comp, you don't make what you don't bring in what you usually bring in. The holidays are coming. So I'm a little stressed out, guys. Just a little. But I'm trying to be positive and, just hope for the best. And whatever we can do is what we can do. I have adult children, so it's not like they're little kids, And there'll be a Christmas, but it won't be a Christmas, but there'll be a nice Christmas. We always make do, and we always figure it out, and always find a way. And this year, it's just going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a little hard because of our situation, but that's fine. We'll do fine. So just another stress to add to our lives. COVID, and between COVID and now this, I tell you guys. But I have to think about I try to think about what other people are going through and how it could be so much worse, and that gets me through, worrying and obsessing about our situation. That there's always somebody, my mother always said, there's always somebody that has it worse than you. Somebody maybe not have food, somebody may not have lights on, So I'm really thankful for what we have, and that all is well how it is, because like I said, we very well know it could be worse. So, you got to be thankful and thank your lucky stars. And that's not to say that what you're going through doesn't mean anything. What you're going through is still meaningful, okay, guys? It is. But it just, just because somebody else is going through something worse doesn't mean what you're going through is easy or easier. But there are people that are suffering more than we are right now. So that's the important thing. So that's what gets me through, sometimes feeling sorry for myself, or just, whatever, feeling like, why us, God, and everything else. And I also believe this, guys, and you may think this is weird because wasn't a good thing that happened, to my husband. But I believe that, guys, everything happens for a reason. I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm going to say it twice, because even the bad and the good and the bad, I believe that. So I believe that God has a reason for allowing, I don't blame God, because God doesn't do bad things. But God, I don't blame him. I don't blame anybody. I mean, it actually is the devil, but, God, like I said before, God can't be there to shield us from every trauma and every mistake or every accident, that we go through, or whatever it is. God's there to comfort us when we need it, and to be there for us, and to, he's our Lord and Savior, but he can't prevent everything. He just can't. So even though he's amazing, he just can't. So I'm not angry at God or anything like that. And I don't blame God. But, it could be worse, guys. And that's what I have to try to just keep telling myself. I tell my husband that, because he gets down on himself. He gets down. You know how that goes when you're injured and you're just like, why me and everything else. So just got to be thankful, guys, for what we have and the health that we do have. And, because really nothing is worth anything in life if you don't have your health. You could have $1 million. You could have $1 trillion. But you don't have your health. What do you have? You have nothing. You have nothing. So you have God in your heart, and you have your health, and and you try to just think positive, and you'll get through, guys. You'll get through. If I think about the things that we've been through in our lives, like, we've gotten through a lot of stuff in our lives. If you just sit there and write down on a piece of paper the things that you've gotten through in your life, write it all down, you'll be amazed, guys. Amazed how you'll realize what you've been through in your life and how you've made it through. And that's what I always try to tell my kids. I've gone through. I have a severe depression issue, an anxiety issue. Yes, I would say when I was younger and I got married, first got married and everything. I keep putting this in there. When I got married and everything, I was very youngly married, early married, and I had Jenny. I had a very big depression problem. It was the point that my husband would come home and I'd be on the bed, and I had the place that we lived in that we rented the first time we had one floor, so our bedroom was on the same floor. So I would get in my bed and get under my covers, and I'd be very happy not leaving the bed. I mean, I would do what I had to do for my kids. Got up, got Jenny ready, got all the stuff that had to be done. That I did. I functioned in that way. But when I wasn't functioning like that, right on the couch was I. And my husband, really didn't understand because he doesn't know. He didn't go through it. And, when you don't go through depression, guys, you don't know. You can't relate. You're like, why can't you just snap out of it? You can't snap out of it. It's a chemical thing. Don't you think that we would want to snap out of it, guys? I don't know how this is becoming about depression all of a sudden, but I'm just chatting with you guys and just telling you some stuff of mine. And, I hope it's all right. I hope you guys enjoy this. But, you can't snap out of depression. You just can't, as much as you want to. You can't. So I was I had a very rough time. And then when I had Jennifer, we were young. My husband he was 19 and I was 23 when we got married. We had Jenny a little bit after we got married. You know about that story. You know how that goes. So we found out when Jenny was 6 months that she had a disability. And here we are, young parents, our first baby, our first daughter, our first child, having a disability. And we had to handle all of this. So I was so depressed from that. And one day my mother said to me, my mother was my best friend in the whole world. She just was, we fought like crazy. We just clashed. We really did clash. As much as we clashed, guys, we fought. But we never held a grudge, and I didn't care. If we fought at 8 o'clock in the morning, by noon we were talking again. It was never anything that was held, upon us. So my mother said to me one day, please, Linda. My mother was the manager of an answering service, so she had a lot of doctors, clients that were doctors, obviously, and all that, and psychiatrists and all that. So she said to me one day, she said, Linda, please, I see what you're going through. You need to help yourself. You need to get some help. And she gave me the name of a psychologist that I went to, and she was a godsend. It was the most amazingest thing. And, I'm never going to be cured from depression or anything like that. But I remember the whole entire time that I was seeing her, which was for years, she would say to me, do you want to try medicine? And I'm like, no. Always afraid of medicine, how it would make me feel, how you would, it would make me react and all of that. So I said, no, I never wanted to go on medicine. But she always asked me about it. She never pushed me. She never, forced me or said anything like I should or anything like that. But she said that she said that I should try it because it would really help me. Well, finally, I went on medication. It was after I even stopped seeing her because we moved to Florida. And I think when I moved to Florida for 7 years, came back from Florida, and that's when I started, I think, with another therapist here. And it changed my life. Yes, I've had ups and downs. I've still had some bad anxiety, really mostly anxiety and panic attacks and all that, where I couldn't work and everything. I'd be in the middle of like the store, and I'd be like, I gotta get out of here. I just, anxiety and panic attacks are so unbelievable that you can't even relate unless you have them. You literally think that you're gonna die. So anyway, I took the medication. It took a few years to get it where it was, let me slice while I'm talking, where it was, even, and it was good, and we tried a few things, and I had this wonderful psychiatrist that was, really worked with me and was, and switched all that he had to switch to get me, let's try this, let's try that. I'd go in and tell him I'm not feeling that great. He said, okay, well, let's try this. And so I was doing really well and all that. And then he passed away. We get a call that my psychiatrist passed away of a massive heart attack. So that was devastating because you're like, here you are with somebody that you've been going to for 3 years and really knows you and, knows what you got and what you need and all this. And so he dies. So that was hard, but thank God I had my psychologist that I went to that was in the same office that I kept going to her, and she really helped me through it. I found another psychiatrist, and now I'm on medication that I think is working. I mean, guys, I'm not saying I don't have the bad days. The anxiety, I keep doing this. The anxiety is still there, but not as bad. I'm managing it. I'm managing my depression. If I sit on the couch in the morning, I can let myself get into a rut. And, but now for some reason, with this medication, I get myself up and I'm motivated and I do the things that I have to do. But I don't think I've had a day in months and months and months that I've literally just sat on the couch, unless I was totally exhausted. Like one day last week, I think I said, you know what? I'm not doing a video today because I am so tired. And like today, I'm like, I can't cook, Then I just rejuvenated myself and I got up and, and I'm doing the stuff that I need to do, and so it's definitely better. I'm definitely, give me 1 second, guys. Gotta put the pasta in a minute. I'm definitely functioning. I mean, it was really, really bad, guys, when I was younger. It was bad. Like, what I felt, guys? This is what depression was to me. Everything was an effort. Everything I dreaded. It was a sense of dread. Like, it's this, like, knot in your stomach that, like, if you have to go to work, you have a knot in your stomach. If you have to go to the store, you have a knot in your stomach. If you have to call and make an appointment for something, it's a knot in your stomach. Everything was dread, and that's not a nice place to live, and it's very, very frustrating, and not a nice way to live. And if you have depression and anxiety, guys, you know what I mean. You know about that knot in your gut, and it's very, very hard to go away, to get away. But I'm telling you here, as a witness, I'm really so much better. I would say I'm about 95% better. There's 5%, I would say between 5 and 10%, sometimes when I don't have great days. But hey, listen, that's great. If I'm able to be functioning and doing the stuff that I have to do, is perfect. The depression is really good right now. It's the anxiety that still creeps up a little bit sometimes on certain levels, but, that's manageable. I manage it, so that's the most important thing, guys. So yeah, I'm not afraid to talk about it. I'm not embarrassed to talk about it, guys. Everybody goes through stuff. I wonder if this one's good. Everyone goes through stuff, guys. Nobody's perfect, and you know what? You can help somebody. If I'm sitting here talking about depression and that I got through it, and it's I get through it every day, and you can do it too, guys. You're depressed. Go to a psychiatrist. Get on the right medication. Try your best. You'll be, for your family and for you, you deserve that. And even though it's so hard sometimes because you don't, it's like I used to, like people would say, why aren't you taking your medication? Or why aren't you going back to the doctor or this or that? Because it was so hard. It was an effort just to do that. Like that was a struggle, just getting to the doctor and even picking up the pill and putting it in your mouth, So I'm really lucky in that sense because I do have a lot of support. My husband is is the rock that saves me. Literally, the rock that saves me. He really is. He's a gem. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be right now. I really don't know how much longer I could have lived in this life being that way. Really, seriously, guys. So I'm lucky. Like I said, I have a lot of support, and always had a lot of support. Not always that I wanted, but I always had it. And so I'm lucky in that way, guys. But there's people out there to help you. Reach out, okay, guys? Reach out, okay? So yeah, so that's my story about that. Okay, I cut the peppers. I don't know if this is still good. I think should I peel this or should I not peel it? No, I'm not gonna peel it. I think I'm just gonna slice it like this, the zucchini. Now look at this big bag of peppers, guys. Look, and they're still good. So I'm gonna take all the air out of them. Get all the air out. All the air out right here. There we go. And look at that. That would have been, literally, if I didn't do this now, in 2 or 3 days, they would have been wasted. I would have been throwing all this money out. It's like $10 right here, okay? So I'm really excited that I did that because I'm telling you, that's my big thing now, guys, especially now with finances being the way they are, with hubby, you know, getting hurt or whatever. Everything is okay, it's fine. But I'm learning to budget better. Because, you know, when you have money, when you're doing okay and stuff, you go out, you get, like, let's say, you know, there's a piece of chicken or a piece of a salmon, and you're like, oh, do I need that? I don't need it, but do I want it? Yeah, I want it. So you buy what you want. You don't always buy just what you need. So, you know, it's time to do some budgeting, and that's fine because we budgeted all our lives. I mean, we did a lot of struggling in our life, so I'm not afraid to budget it at all. And even with budgeting, we eat good. We'll never eat peanut butter sandwiches. Or maybe, you never know. But, yeah, guys, so, you know, everybody goes through things. Everybody's, you know, you can still eat good on a very, 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 very tight budget, guys. You really can. So I have this zucchini. It doesn't really smell that great, but yeah, it smells okay. I think I can use this for like a soup. You know, stick the zucchini in the pot of soup. I'm gonna have it. Guys, I'm like the soup lady. You have no idea. I always make soup, always. And I haven't made soup yet. Only soup I made was that potato soup. And honestly, guys, it didn't come out that great. I wasn't that crazy about it because the potatoes weren't, I had to use real potatoes. I'm gonna make another small pot. But I'm a soup girl. Like, we love, like, not all of us. My kids grew up on, like, eating soup. I used to make it all the time, but they don't really like soup now. A little bit, you know. So my husband and I really like soup. So I'm gonna, I have to get moving on soup. So this soup right here, this zucchini right here, I can use for vegetable soup. I think I'm gonna make a vegetable soup because I have carrots and I have peppers, like you saw. I also have cauliflower in there that I have to get moving, and I have squash there. So I'm just really trying to be mindful, like I said, guys, of getting all these things eaten and used because there can't be any waste. There just can't be any waste. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm gonna put these all in the bag. I'm gonna go and put the pasta in the water over there. And I'm gonna start getting Jenny's tacos ready because she's having tacos. I might have a taco. I might, guys. I'm gonna see. But yeah, so we'll get that together. I'll put that in here because I don't feel like opening the bag. So I got a nice thing of zucchini. I got cucumbers that are bad. There's no way I can save these cucumbers. I don't understand it. I love cucumbers, but if I don't feel like eating them, I let them go bad, and it's bad. Like, no reason for that. So there's the zucchini. See? In the freezer, it's gonna go. These are garbage. Look, and these aren't cheap. These are like $1 something a cucumber, but once they go bad, you can't use them again. So from now on, when I go to the food store, I'm only gonna buy one at a time because I go and I buy one, then I don't eat it, and then I buy another one, and I'm like, oh, okay. I still have cucumbers in there. I buy them again. I shouldn't be. Be back in a jiff. All right, guys, so just put the spaghetti in the pot. So that's going to be done in about 10, 12 minutes. what I'm going to do is I have these carrots here that will literally rot in my refrigerator if I don't do something with them. So I'm going to peel them. I'm going to slice them. I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag too, so this way they're ready. They're ready to go when I need it, or I think, ooh, what can I make? Let me make something with carrots. Let me make some sweet carrots or some just sauteed carrots. I love carrots. Or just have some carrots dipped in ranch. Love it. Love carrots. But carrots aren't that really low in carb. You have to watch. You have to limit yourself on carrots. Anything root kind, you have to. Sorry about that, guys. This is a glass cutting board. Anything like root kind of, you got to just be, a little bit mindful. Even broccoli, though. Broccoli has carbs in it. Like, I always just thought, I can eat as much broccoli as I want. Yeah, I can eat it. It's better than having a cookie or having a potato. But broccoli does also have carbs in it, but I don't really care. Broccoli is something I'm always going to eat. There are certain things that I will always eat. Limit myself on, but, that's it. All right, so I'm going to get these peeled quick. So I just put the spaghetti in. I'm going to go over there and mix it, give it another little mix in a minute. And I have some ziti left over that they can probably use. The kids, 2 of them are probably going to have the vodka sauce, and then the rest will probably have the marinara. I might have to add another can to the marinara because it might not be enough. It might be enough just for, I might have to do that, but that's okay. After we eat, my son doesn't get home for probably another hour and a half, so if we need to add more, I'll add more to it, and then it can just simmer a little bit. That'll be fine. So comment below, guys. I want to ask you guys your opinion. Do you guys prefer, doesn't mean you don't, but do you prefer, or you do, having pasta made fresh, or will you eat it the next day out of the refrigerator or heat it up? I remember my father, he never would heat up. Oh, you never eat leftover pasta. Oh, God, no. Have to make fresh pasta. The sauce, yeah. The gravy, the Sunday gravy, of course, but not the pasta. Some people are just like that, guys, They just like that. They don't like it. But I have no problem with it. I prefer fresh. I definitely prefer fresh. But I have no problem eating it leftover at all. At all. So yeah, comment below. I'm curious to see what you guys like. And all that. I love when you comment to me, guys. It's so much fun for me to comment, to interact with you guys, to get your comments, to comment back. I love it. I really, really love it. And I try my best to take the time to do something more than a heart. Because sometimes when I just put a heart, I feel guilty. Like, I got to say something. I enjoy talking to you guys. It just makes me happy. And I love when you guys interact back with me. And it's just a lot of fun. So yeah. So you get these carrots peeled. And get these sliced up. Then the spaghetti should be done. And that's what's for dinner tonight, guys. You don't have to feel like you have to make a big thing every single night, although I do. And I do feel so guilty. I should practice what I preach, because if I don't cook for my family, and everybody has to have grilled cheeses or fend for themselves, I have so much guilt about it. But it's crazy, And I have all adult children that live in my house. They're not children. They're kids, but I still cook for them like they're 10 and 12. It's crazy, guys. It's really crazy. Like, craziness. But, you do what you do because you love your family, and, that's how it goes. And, and one day soon they'll be out, and they won't be here all the time. Hallelujah! Guys, I say that, but I'll probably be bawling at the door when they leave and when they're not here. I know I will. But I will be a little excited, just a little excited to have an empty nest, maybe, for a little while anyway. I don't know how long I'll have an empty nest, because Jennifer will probably be with us for a long time until we get her settled someplace. So we'll always have somebody with us, but I'm looking forward to everything. Looking forward to the grandkids, looking forward to my kids getting married and all of that. There's a lot. And I am looking forward to just being me and my husband. who wouldn't, you know, after raising kids and, you know, and it's been a lot rougher for me too, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, a lot harder for us because we've had a disabled child who took a lot of attention and a lot of our energy and all of that. And so it definitely, you know, definitely was a challenge. Definitely was a challenge. So yeah. So if you go to my videos, I have a video in there, I'll try to link it again, of raising Jennifer, raising a child with a disability. If you go on there and watch my video, it's very, very, very interesting, and you know, it tells about our whole lives and everything, and it really explains what we went through and all the emotions and everything what happened and everything. It's a very interesting story, and I think you guys would be interested in it. So I'm gonna try to link it below, but if I don't link it, guys, go on my page and look for it. Okay, it's there somewhere. You'll see it. If you scroll up and down, you'll see it. All right, so I'm gonna go check the pasta, and then I'm gonna get a bag, and I'll be back in a jiff. All right, guys, so I'm gonna finish cutting up these carrots and put them in this Ziploc bag. The spaghetti's gonna be done in a minute. Then I'll take the spaghetti out, and let me heat up Jenny's taco meat while I'm sitting here. Heat that up, and then I'll make her tacos. What I do, guys, is like, this kid really, she can eat 6 tacos if I let her. 6, I'm not kidding, okay? She'll get sick after that, but, so what I do is I'll make her like 3, and then I'll make her 1 more and keep it aside. 1 or 2 more, I always end up letting her have 4 or 5 of them. But I like to make them ahead, because otherwise I'm a slave. I'm like getting up to make her food, her another tacos, while I'm eating my dinner. What are you laughing at for? My husband's laughing. He goes, 4 or 5? You're telling everybody that?
I can't even eat 4 or 5.
I know, but she's a 30-year-old woman who can eat 6 tacos.
Man.
I know. She can eat, guys. She really,
Overboard.
I have to be careful with the knife.
Yeah, you do.
I really have to be careful with knives, because I'm a little... I never really... When I was younger, I majorly cut my finger.
Almost cut your hand.
Cut my finger. Yeah, but that was from a glass. The glass fell down from the counter, and I went to grab it or something, and I nipped my finger. Yeah, what are you gonna do? So yeah, so I really feel good about this, guys. Getting these in the cut up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with the carrots in the refrigerator, because I'm probably gonna be making some sort of soup. So I'll leave these unfrozen right now, because I'm definitely going to be using them. And if I don't use them in the next two days, I'll put them in the freezer. But all the other stuff, guys, is going in the freezer. I'm very excited about that. You don't know how I get so excited when I don't have waste, because waste is such a big thing, and I always feel so bad about wasting. All right, guys. The pasta's out. It's waiting over there. I'm just gonna make Jenny's tacos for her right now. So they're done. Like I said, I'm gonna make 4 tonight for her. Now, I have. Do you ever see these things, guys? I bought them on Amazon. They came like so many of them. They're cute little taco holders. Not the best, but they're cute little taco holders. But I like them. Sometimes I try to buy the stand-up tacos. They don't always stand up though, like they're supposed to. But I don't know. So I didn't have them this time. So I'm not using them, but I'm using my little thingies, which definitely help. So I'm gonna put some meat in, guys. This is how I make her simple tacos. Put some meat in. Okay. She's very simple when it comes to tacos. I mean, she likes tomatoes and lettuce and all that, but if I don't have it and if I don't feel like making it, I give her beef, sour cream, and cheese, and she's very happy. Yeah, sometimes. And she's very happy. I said sometimes lettuce, Jen.
Hi, guys.
Hi, they say hi. I did. I said they say hi. I'm gonna put sour cream on it. Okay, a plop of sour cream. Like I said, the last time I tell you guys, I usually put the sour cream in the little Ziploc bag, but tonight I'm just doing everything different. I'm doing everything simply. I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff tonight, so.
Simply?
Simply, that's not a word, is it simply?
No, it's not a word.
The word police over here.
Simply.
That's my father.
That's Jenny's father.
More like simply.
The word police.
Daddy,
So I'm gonna put the sour
sometimes
cream on.
He's annoying sometimes. I'm just letting you know, guys.
Jenny says her dad's annoying sometimes. Hey. Alright, let's put the sour cream in. And then I'll put the cheese on it. I don't know, I don't have much of an appetite right now. I think I just have a little bit of, I'll just have a little bit of pasta. I haven't had pasta in weeks. The only thing I've had is little noodles. I haven't had any pasta. I've had some potatoes.
Don't mind me, just
But-
pass it through.
Okay. So yeah. Alright, clean hands, guys. Alright, so let's put the cheese on it.
Mommy, tell them Cooper's in the crate.
Cooper goes in the crate for when we eat dinner because if he doesn't, it's not that he begs. He really is not a big beggar, but he's just, he's running around, he's getting into stuff, and in order to have a peaceful dinner, he needs to go in the crate. And he loves his crate. He really does. He loves the timeouts in his crate. Okay. These are gentlemen. Can I get me a paper towel?
Only 3 there.
I know. I said I made her 3. I have to make 1 more.
Mom, you said you're gonna give me, can I have 5?
You can have 4 tonight, okay? Jen, 4 is enough, honey.
5.
She wants 5. This is what she does. 4 is plenty. I don't even know if I have any more cheese in there. Do I have any more cheese in there?
You bought some.
Maybe I should put a taco in here first.
Mom, you always have 5.
It's been a long day,
Mom, you always give me
and I'm
5.
tired. Let's start out with 4. I think 4 is enough. 4 is really a lot of taco. A lot of
5
tacos.
is enough.
All right, we'll see what happens, okay?
I said 5.
All right, guys, so our tacos are done. I just have to get some more cheese for this one. I made a lot of taco meat the last time I made tacos, so I had it left over. So a lot of times it goes to waste when it's crazy to let it go to waste because Jennifer loves tacos. So there's no reason for it to ever go to waste. She could eat tacos every day of the week, guys, if I let her. All right, so I'll put cheese on this in a minute. I'm gonna not put cheese on it right now because she's not eating it right this minute anyway. Because honestly, I don't know if I have any more shredded in there. I'm gonna have to probably shred a little piece up, or maybe I'll put a little slices on it or something.
Put some American on the shoulder.
I have slices of really? I have slices of where's that paper towel that I had? Slices of cheddar that I can probably just put on it. All right, is your plate ready?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Okay. All right, guys, I'll be back showing you our plates. Hey guys, here we go. Here's my plate. Hubby went inside already, so that's okay. It's the same thing. My plate, little pasta, and Jenny's plate with her tacos. So yeah, guys, that's what's for dinner tonight. Leftovers. I hope you enjoyed this quick, well, it's not really quick. It's like a 30-minute video. It's like 38 minutes left. I hope that's okay, guys. I hope it's not too long, but I hope you enjoyed the chat that we had. And don't forget, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so this way, and the bell, this way you get notified every time I upload. All right, guys, thanks for your support. Thanks for coming to my page. And if you're new here, thanks for coming to my page again. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.